Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. This is MTK. Today I am going to be telling you about 10 things to avoid while visiting Liberia. So you finally made it to Liberia. While you're visiting Liberia, I am going to tell you 10 things to avoid while visiting Liberia. So let's jump right into the video, starting with number 10. Number 10, avoid being flashy. Avoid being flashy. Okay, so what I mean by that is, once you are from the diaspora and you're visiting Liberia, you don't want to come across as someone who is very rich, very flamboyant. When you are flashy, you become a target for armed robbery or just anything. So just do not come across as this flashy person, because either way they will still point you out and know that you are a December. So just try to not be very extravagant and come across as this very flashy person, because you are setting yourself up for being a target. Try to avoid that while you're visiting Liberia. Just, blend in. Like I said, try to dress comfortable, you know what I mean, because it is hot in Liberia anyways. So you just want to be comfortable to not come across as this very flashy, rich person walking around, okay? Because you are going to get robbed. Number 9, avoid being very boastful. Okay, so you are not going to be boasting and bragging about coming from the diaspora. You're coming from London, you're coming from the US, and you are just, telling everyone, oh, I'm from the US, I have this, I have a big house in the US, I have a car in the US, I drive a Mercedes Benz in the US, I live in a mansion. And all that stuff. You're just boasting around, telling everybody all your properties that you own. And you know very well, some of us don't have that, right? But you guys are just going around and boasting. So avoid doing that, because again, you are going to be a target. You don't want to be a target for anything. So make sure you just blend in. If you can keep quiet, keep your mouth shut, do that, okay? Because you don't want to get in harm's way. Avoid being very boastful. Do not boast and brag about anything when you're visiting LIB. Number 8, avoid alcohol. I cannot overemphasize on that. Guys, avoid drinking a lot of liquor, a lot of alcoholic beverages. And now I'll tell you why. Mostly, if you are going to places that you're not quite familiar with, when you are under the influence of alcohol, you are vulnerable. And when you're vulnerable, no one knows what can actually happen. A target for rape, people can steal from you, rob you, and a lot of other things. Mostly if you are with people that you cannot trust. So you can consume alcohol, but keep it to a limit where you are in the right state of mind. Do not act foolish and get drunk, because you are going to put yourself in harm's way. Number 7, do not sleep with any male or female unless you do your homework. So do not sleep with anyone until you do your background check. And I'm going to tell you why. A lot of times when you are from abroad, a lot of people might throw themselves at you because they feel like you have a lot. So sometimes you might be sleeping with somebody's husband, somebody's boyfriend, somebody's, wife. You just don't know. And when you do that, you become a target, because that person might be around, maybe the boyfriend, the wife, whoever might be around. And you don't know what's going to happen, if someone might be with you, or just harm you. So it's very dangerous. If you meet a guy in Liberia or you meet a girl in Liberia, make sure you do your homework. Make sure this person is not with another person. This person does not have a significant other. because if you just start messing with them without doing a research, I mean, you are putting yourself in harm's way. You just don't know. So make sure, because sometimes you might have people lying to you. You know, guys do that a lot. You know, I don't have a wife, I don't have a girlfriend, and then later on you find out, and you know, it becomes a big thing. So make sure you do your research, you guys do your homework. You don't want to put yourself in that situation, because it's going to become very messy. Okay, so always do your homework. Number 6, avoid taking any taxi or unidentified car without doing your homework, without making sure that you know who's taking you around, or if this company is legit, if this company has been around, or you have friends who knows about this company, and you know, someone verified or confirmed with you. You do not just want to get in any car or taxi. I mean, if you do that, again, you're putting yourself in danger, because you could get kidnapped, robbed, or even killed. So make sure you do not get in any unidentified vehicle, because you are putting yourself in harm's way. Always be careful and make sure you do your research before you get in any unidentified taxi or just a regular vehicle. Number 5, cell phone. When you are using your cell phone in a public area, make sure you keep a watch out, because I mean, a lot of people are starving in Liberia. The crime rate is very high. You hear about the Zogos, you know, or just regular thieves snatching people's phone away. And this is not just Liberia, but anywhere. You know, if you go places that is known for that. So make sure if you're in an area that you are not fully aware of, or even in a market, it's an open area, anyone can watch you and snatch your phone. Make sure you do not have your phone out like this and just, you know, talking. Mostly if it is an expensive phone, people are watching. If you have to use your phone, make sure you're not by yourself. You have at least 2 other persons with you looking out, and make sure you get a good grip of your phone. Make sure you hold it right, because it will get snatched away if you happen to be in the wrong area and using your cell phone. Eating everywhere. Okay, so when you are in LIB, I know the food is so good. You know how you're getting that organic, you know, authentic Liberian food. You will have a lot of people offering you food, mostly if you are visiting from the diaspora. Be mindful of that. Be careful what you're eating, mostly if you don't know how it is being prepared. If you have reliable people to eat from, like your mom, your family members, people you can trust, just stick to that. Or if you choose to eat out at a restaurant, do that. But eating from anyone who comes and just saying, oh, you know, I will cook food for you, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do, be very careful, because if you are accepting food from multiple people, and if you get food poison or anything happen to you, no one knows where or who did it, who the intruder is. No one would know who the intruder is. So make sure you're very careful. You are very particular on what you're eating when you're visiting Liberia. Do not eat everywhere. Just have your specific place for eating. Do not eat everywhere. If you do, you're putting yourself in harm's way. Before I get to number 3, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Now let's jump right into number 3. Number 3, broken promises. Again, broken promises. All right, so while you are visiting, do not promise anyone things that you know you cannot fulfill. Do not promise anyone that you are going to buy them a house, you're going to marry them, when you know fully aware that you have your significant other in the US. Do not promise them that you are going to buy them something that you know you cannot afford, or that you know you will not fulfill when you come back to the US. Do not promise them anything that you know, like I said, that you cannot fulfill. Keep it simple. If you have it on you or whatever you have, do what you can, but do not give them broken promises. All right? So do not go around promising people things that you know that you cannot fulfill. Okay? I learned my lesson, and others have learned the lesson as well. So do not go around promising anything. If you can do it, that's fine. If you cannot do it, just say you don't have it or you cannot do it, but do not go around promising people. All right? Number 2, never shop alone. Never, ever, ever shop alone. So what I mean by that, if you are going to the grocery store, you're going to the market, if they have a shopping mall or maybe a boutique, a store, whatever it is, do not shop alone. The moment you set foot in Liberia, people know that you do not live there. Yes, we are Liberians as well. It is our country. We are Liberians as well, but they know that you do not live there. So automatically, because they feel like we have a lot of money on this side, so automatically your price is going to change. So regularly, let's say if something is selling for 10 US and you go to buy that same thing, they will tell you it's 20 US or 25 or even 30. Your price is going to be 2 to 3 times higher than the average Liberian citizen, because you are from abroad and you feel like you have a lot of money. Even if you try to disguise your accent, if you try to talk colloquial, they still know that you do not live there. They still know. They can smell it, they can sense it, they can feel it. So don't try it unless you have money to waste. My advice to you is always take someone with you when you are going to shop. You can take a sister who lives there. You can take a brother, a cousin, a friend, anyone who lives there to do the actual transaction for you. Let them be the one to shop for you. Okay? Just let them be the one to shop for you. Let them do the talking, and they will be able to, get whatever you need. So do not go shopping alone. You will not be able to figure this out right away, mostly if it is your first time visiting. So, just take someone with you, someone reliable, someone who lives there. They will know how to negotiate for you. They will know how to buy things for you. Just follow them and just don't do any talking. Don't try your colloquia. Just don't do it, okay? Because automatically your prices are going to change. So that's number 2. Number 1, do not leave your room door open. If you are residing somewhere, even if it is a hotel, a family member's house, or even your own guest house, you just make sure your things are packed up nicely. And if you are leaving, make sure you lock your room door. It might not be the family member who's taking your stuff, but once you leave your private place, your sleeping area, it becomes a place for anyone to go and take whatever they want. And it is not fully secure. The door is not locked. Anyone can go in and take anything at any given time. It does not have to be your family member whom you are residing with. It could be a neighbor. It could be anyone who might sneak in and just take whatever they need. So make sure you keep all your documents, whatever valuables you have locked up. Even if the room is not locked, you can put a lock on your suitcases and all your private things. Because if you leave the house, apartment, hotel, and your things are not locked, your door is not locked, anyone can go there and take anything from you. So make sure you do that. All right, you guys, so that's the end of this video. I will be back with another video. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to comment in the comment section below. I will be back with another great video.